basically they got together, decided they were going to rewrite the Book of Shadows. In other words, taint the Book of Shadows and formulate it the only way they wanted it to be. Doing so, they decided to deliberately leave out the horn god, deliberately not use the name of Satan. And I have it in written research where Gardner actually said, I have no problem with the left-hand path, but I want to present Wicca in a very favorable public light, so I'm going to portray it as this Christianized version of the craft. So they got together and they wrote what ended up being the first Gardnerian Book of Shadows. Okay. However, as we know, and what I said earlier, it came from material originally that came from Pickingill. Before it was rewritten, took apart, and made what it isn't today. If you go and do the research, you'll see the laws of Wicca, the laws of witchcraft in the Gardnerian Book of Shadows. Read them. You'll see where it says the man should master the woman. Bullshit number one. If you read further in the laws, you'll see where they say the Brotherhood is powerful. Keep a handwritten book of your own. Destroy it if you're discovered as a witch. But fear not, because the Brotherhood is powerful. There's 3 other references to, guess what? The Brotherhood. So there is proof of what I'm saying to you all. This is the truth. There would not be references to the Brotherhood. Those aren't the original laws. I'm going to be sharing them with you guys. I know what the original laws are. I have a copy. Thanks to my parents. There's nowhere in the laws of witchcraft that says a man masters a woman. Nowhere. The power was passed down the ages, each time between who? Woman and man. Each century unto the other, ere time and the ages began. Pretty cut and dried. It doesn't say between man and woman. Satanic witchcraft is cool. It's going to teach you a lot of stuff. It's going to teach you more than what you're reading in any Wiccan books. It's going to teach you more than what you're reading in the modern Druid books. It's going to teach you one basic thing. That you get to learn what the old ways were really about. They didn't call them the old ways for nothing. They're still alive. They just need to be shared with everybody. When you see us do some of our rituals that you see at the festival, you'll notice we do elemental invocations. And to me, sometimes they're evocations. That's how satanic witchcraft teaches you. It teaches you not just about demonology or the power of the god or goddess. It teaches you to be one with the elemental forces of nature that we each have in us, like I showed everybody yesterday, the star. Ancient witchcraft keeps its traditions and customs. We pass those down to everybody in the extended family. We want to pass those down to our children and future generations. We don't want them tainted by Christianity. We want to restore the old religion. I don't even like using the word religion. let's just say, the old spirituality. Again, ancient witchcraft. You're brought in. Traditionally, it's never taught to you in a nutshell. Sometimes there's a whole year between getting any kind of formal leadership status in the coven. Sometimes a year and a day. Traditionally, that's how our coven actually works. There's reasons for that. We want you to know how to do things. We want you to really know how to do it. Practice makes perfect. Not talking about it like they are on the East Coast. Practice makes perfect. We cannot learn to master magic. For me, it took a lifetime. So it's not something you just, put on like a jacket, take off when you want to, turn on and off like a light switch. It's a lot of hard work and study. But we all have the quest for knowledge. Knowledge is power. There's no doubt. The more you know, the more powerful you are as a spirit, like an entity in a human shell. Forming a coven is about as important as the training that goes on. How to do that? What to do? What's a good mode of operation to start a coven? Considering coven is a covenant, a binding covenant with one another. Family. The family will be very open, like you see here. But you want to know people that you're going to share your knowledge with. Because knowledge is a very powerful tool. It's a very powerful thing. So you want to know the people that you share real knowledge with. You don't want to be, well, they just became a member. Now you should be initiated into a coven. Bad move. You gotta take time. Time, like nature, has seasons for a reason. Make sure you're compatible with your students, and they are compatible with you. For the master is yet still the teacher, and the student is also a teacher. Compatibility and knowing each other, that's something that doesn't, trust and love are earned. They're earned. If you go around accepting just anybody into a coven, you're going to have problems. It's called drama. Or like we like to call it, crap. Brotherhood. Something we don't need. We have it in our own organization sometimes. But I see it coming from covens. Leadership in those covens not understanding the principle of know people better. Take the time. Invite them to your functions. Let them come to full moons. Let them come to Sabbaths. Give it time for you to know them and them to know you. In fact, you can see what the whole BOS organization is about right now. That's how why Druidian did this. Why do you think there's not 300, 400 of us right now? 1,000 of us. I want to know before we do something. I want leadership.